Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited. My models and I here have three beautiful new Luxe Collection styles by Belle Tress to show you. I'm wearing Omega V and the color is Sun-Kissed Almond-R. And then we have Armani V and the color is Shaken Oat Milk Blonde R. And then we have Fendi V. And the color on Fendi V is Chocolate Buttercream-R. These three styles are just absolutely gorgeous and I can't wait to get a good look at them. First, I wanted to thank Shirley's Wig Shop for sending me all three of these beautiful styles so that I could review them for you. And also to mention that Shirley has a private Facebook group called Shirley's Wig Shop, Hair's Looking at You Kid. It's a wonderful place where we exchange ideas and information, get to know other wig wearers, or just show off our beautiful styles. And lastly, I wanted to ask, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe down below, like and comment, and we'll get started. So as you can see, Omega V here is an absolutely stunning, long, wavy style. It just looks like you have really healthy, stick straight hair and you took a curling iron and added these loose curls away from the face. Just so beautiful and youthful and natural looking. I absolutely love it. You do have just a few little layers, not a lot, and they're long. Here around the face, if you pull some of the fibers out, you can see you have just a few shorter pieces. I think those are about the shortest pieces on the entire style, and they're quite long and are easily integrated with the rest of the fibers and curls, and so that stays out of your face so nicely, I think. So no side swept fringe or anything. You certainly could add one if you wanted to, but I love that because it makes styling very easy and it's very tuckable when you have these very long layers. Let's go ahead and talk briefly about the cap construction. We'll look at it in detail during my segment where I look at the inside of the cap construction, but this is Belle Tress's new Luxe Collection cap. So it is 100% hand tied and you have an ear-to-ear lace front with a mono top, extremely luxurious and beautiful. But before we get to all of that, let's go ahead and look at the details on this style right out of the box. We have that ear-to-ear lace front, as I mentioned. You do see some of my bio hair here. Beautiful lighter fibers in the front, creating a very soft and delicate hairline and very natural looking. It'll be very easy to style this away from the face. Then we have this part, it's parted in the center, but because it's a mono top, of course, you could change that part to the left or the right, whichever you prefer. We have that zigzag, and I will want to remove the zigzag and create some scalp appearance, and we'll do that together. I'll see if I want to steam the fibers, give them a little lift in the front here as well. They're really not falling forward too much, but I always like to do that. I just like a little bit of lift here in the front. So we might do that together as well. We'll see. So let's go ahead and look at this style from all sides right out of the box. Here she is from the right and the back. And the left. Just gorgeous. I can't wait to style her a little bit, but she's already perfection right out of the box, I have to say. So what we'll do next is we'll change this part line and steam it in place and possibly give these fibers a little bit of lift in the front as well. Then we'll look at the cap construction in detail, and all three styles have the same cap construction. Then we'll go outside and get a good look at this beautiful color in natural light. Then, of course, we'll look at each of the other styles, Armani V and Fendi V, and we'll take them outside as well to get a good look at those colors in natural light, and then we'll go over final thoughts. So I have my rat tail comb here. Let's go ahead and change the zigzag part line and see if we can create some scalp appearance. And I'm going to try to just run it down the center of that zigzag part. I think that is looking pretty good. And you are seeing a little bit of my bio hair through the monofilament, so I'll apply some scar tape under there, but I think we're going to have a nice amount of scalp appearance. And I want to go ahead and clip these fibers back so we don't lose it when I take the style off and put it on a blockhead. And then I'll just show you, I like to finger comb my longer styles. I just think it helps preserve the fibers and keep them lasting as long as possible. Otherwise, if you're not finger combing, I highly recommend using a wide tooth comb. I would not use a brush on a long, heat-friendly synthetic style. So we're just combing through those curls a little bit. And you can see it does relax the wave pattern just a little bit, but this is just so gorgeous and so natural looking. Let's go ahead. I'll put her on a blockhead and we'll do some steaming. I clipped the fibers back on both sides, as you can see, and I did play around with that part line just a little bit more to make sure that it was in the center, and I think this looks really nice now, and you can see a nice amount of scalp appearance there, so I love that. Let's go ahead, we'll start steaming. I like to use a handheld clothes steamer. This is just a little ice steam steamer that I purchased on Amazon, and I'll leave that in my description box down below. Also, I have a full-length video on my channel all about how I like to steam style my synthetic and heat-friendly synthetic wigs, and I'll leave a link to that video in my description box down below in case you'd like to watch the full-length version. So what we'll do first is steam this new part line in place so that it stays and doesn't revert to the zigzag parting. And then I'll add just a little bit of lift in the front here on both sides to keep those fibers out of my face throughout the day. So let's go ahead and get started. Be sure to direct the steam at the fibers, not at the delicate lace front or monofilament. Keep your steamer moving. Don't leave it in any one place for more than 3 seconds. All right, that should do it. Now I need to let these fibers cool completely so that the new style can set. And then I'll put her back on my head and we'll see if we like the results. So she's back on my head and the fibers are nice and cool to the touch now. Let's remove the clips and see if we like how this turned out. Absolutely, I love that. Just a little more lift in the front, keeping the fibers to the side of the face. Let's do the test once, twice. That's how much they're wanting to fall forward now. So I love that, and as I said, the curls being placed the way they are also help keep the fibers out of the face. Let's look at that center part. Hopefully you can see that. I think that looks very natural, and I have a little bit of scar tape under there to help create this natural looking parting space and scalp appearance. So absolutely was a gorgeous style before any styling, but now I think this looks so natural that anyone looking at you would think that this was just your gorgeous natural bio hair. So next, we'll go ahead and look at the cap construction. All three of the styles in this video have the exact same cap construction. And I wanted to point out, I'm sure you noticed, that each of the styles has the letter V at the end of the name. And I believe that's because we now have Velcro adjusters. Belle Tress has added Velcro adjusters to this cap, and if you're familiar with their Luxe collection, then you know that we previously had the bra strap style adjusters. I love that they've added the Velcro, and I think most of you prefer that, so I think that's good news for all of us. So let's go ahead and look at the details for this cap. First, I'll remove the piece of silicone scar tape that I like to use. I like to apply that to the underside of my monofilament parts or tops to help create scalp appearance where otherwise my dark bio hair might show through the monofilament. I like to use the AWD Medical silicone scar sheets. I purchased them on Amazon, and I'll leave that in my description box down below. So as you can see, we have a luxurious full mono top, so you can part this style center, left, or right, whichever you prefer. We have an ear-to-ear lace front. Absolutely beautiful, and the metal stays inside. Then we have the Velcro adjusters that I showed you before. I love that. You can tighten or loosen those to adjust them and to suit your circumference. Now I have a 22-inch circumference. All my measurements will be listed in the description box down below in case you'd like to compare them to your own. And this cap fits me very comfortably. It is actually providing me with quite a bit of coverage, which I love, and it's very stretchy, as we'll look at in just a moment. But I think I even tightened these adjusters just a little bit on this style. I believe on the other two I didn't, but you can see you can move those around, and that is a wonderful option to have. Then this cap is fully hand-tied. You can see, completely hand-tied. I did not find a single weft anywhere, so if that's what you're looking for, Belle Tress absolutely delivered with these styles. You can see all of those portions are hand-tied in addition to the top and lace front, of course. And this material is nice and stretchy. You can see each of those panels is nice and stretchy, and so you get quite a bit of stretch front to back, and of course in the circumference as well with these adjusters. The only area where you don't get a lot of stretch is side to side, and that's due to these seams that are holding those panels together. So really though, overall an extremely comfortable cap construction and very luxurious. The nape itself is not a extremely extended nape. It's maybe a little wider than a standard nape, but not quite as wide as a extended nape. So I'm not sure what to call it, but overall, I find that I get a wonderful amount of coverage from this style. And I checked for permatease. I checked all three styles. And of course, there's no permatease due to the fact that these are completely hand-tied styles. So very luxurious, and I think it's wonderful on these gorgeous, long, wavy styles. So let's get a good look at this beautiful color, Sun-Kissed Almond-R, out here in natural light. I absolutely love this color, and I'm so glad that I got to review it for you. Let's go ahead and I'll read you the description for this color from Shirley's website first. It's described as a combination of medium and light brown, and you can absolutely see some brunette shades in there, highlighted with light gold blonde and a hint of cooler blonde. So two different blondes that it's highlighted with, and you know, we have these money pieces around the face, which I absolutely love. I think that's so flattering. And then it's rooted with a medium and light brown. So this is the rooting, you can see. I think it's fairly dark, but I think it still looks very natural. It's not too long and not too dark. I think just a gorgeous complement, and of course mimics regrowth on this style. Overall, to me, this color reads warm, or at least neutral leaning warm. You do have the highlighting that's a little on the cooler side, but the brunette shades and the gold blonde, I think, balance that out and create this warmer tone. But I think it would work for a lot of people because it's not overly warm. So just absolutely gorgeous. Let's go ahead again and look at the lace front that runs all the way around the ear tabs. You can see the ear tab and the lace are visible on top of my bio hair. I have a 22-inch circumference and a low hairline. I would just pull my bio hair up and over the ear tabs when styling the fibers away from the face. And you can see we have the lighter fibers in the front, very delicate knotting, a beautifully soft and natural looking hairline. And then we have that center part, and I have a little bit of silicone scar tape under there, but no eyeshadow or powder, which you could add if you wanted a more obvious part line there. But let's go ahead and I'll show you this color from all sides here in natural light. Here she is from the right, and the back, and the left. Definitely fall. The leaves are falling. So as you can see, I just absolutely love this. It's kind of a bronze, but you know, has absolutely some obvious blonde highlights, and I think it's just gorgeous and suits this style so well. Next, we'll go back inside and we'll get a good look at Armani V. This is another stunning, longer, wavy style. The wave pattern is a little bit different compared to Omega V that we just looked at. I find that we have the ends are a little more wavy on this style, and Omega V had kind of straight ends. And you can see the waves here are curled away from the face on the right side. and more towards the face, I think is the way it's wanting to fall on the left side. But beautiful. I just think this frames the face so well. And you do have this longer side swept fringe. That's the length on me. I think a little bit on both sides. So you can see you have a few layers here. And you certainly could trim bangs if you wanted to, or just sweep this fringe to the side the way it comes. And I think that is very pretty. I will want to add a little lift here to help keep these fibers out of the face, but this is just an absolutely adorable style. So let's look at the details. We have that ear-to-ear lace front again, the same cap construction. So you do see a little bit of my bio hair here and here. And then you have that wonderful hairline, lighter fibers in the front, delicate knotting. You have to look really carefully to see any of those knots at all. So I think that is very well done. Again, you have that mono top, and here it comes with a left part, and we have that zigzag parting still. So I'll want to remove that zigzag, and I think I'll keep the part on the left, although it can be moved around due to the mono top. But I think so pretty, right out of the box. Let's go ahead and look at her from all sides. Here she is from the right, and the back, and the left. Just stunning, and I can't wait to style her a little bit. Next, we'll go outside and we'll get a good look at this beautiful color in natural light. First, I wanted to mention that I did style Armani V here a little bit. In the meantime, I changed that part line and steamed it in place on a blockhead, and also steamed the fibers away from the face on a blockhead, gave the fibers a little lift here, and I absolutely love this result. So let's go ahead and talk about this beautiful color. I'll read you the description from Shirley's website first. So it is described as a medium brown rooted, you can see that rooting, not too dark, not too long. Medium and light brown base, so there are some brunette shades in there. I'm seeing a lot more blonde though. And it has cool and neutral blondes to balance along with light blonde highlights. So quite a few blonde shades in there, and I think they're gorgeous. I think, to my eye, this color reads quite cool. Maybe at most neutral leaning cool, but I'm seeing a lot of the cool tones in there. Beautifully blended, you know, not a lot of obvious highlighting, just stunning. And I think this is a gorgeous color and complements this sleek, slightly wavy style. Let's go ahead and look at the details out here in natural light. Again, we have some lighter fibers in the front, and you can see that hairline. It's a soft hairline, not too dense and quite natural looking. Then we have the ear tabs. Those come to about here on me. This is my bio hair peeking out. So you can see that ear-to-ear lace front there, hopefully, on both sides, of course. So I think that is just so luxurious, and I think that part line looks lovely. I do have silicone scar tape under there, and if you wanted a little more scalp appearance, you could add some powder as well. So let's go ahead and get a good look at this color from all sides out here. Here she is from the right, and the back, and the left. So absolutely just a striking, cooler blonde shade for this sleek, wavy style. Next, we'll go ahead and get a good look at Fendy V. So as you can see, Fendy V here is another gorgeous, long, wavy style in the Luxe collection. There are certainly similarities between all three of these styles, but also some differences. So let's talk about those. With this style, you have a gorgeous long wave pattern. The ends are looking more curled to me than straight, the way they were on Omega. So that's one difference. And then again, I'm seeing that the curls are curled away from the face on the right and more towards the face on the left. Then you have a side swept fringe, but because this comes parted in the center, which certainly you can change because it's a mono top, but when it's parted in the center, you have this curtain bang. You can see a side swept fringe on both sides. These are the pieces. And I think that is a lovely look. You can certainly create more of a side swept fringe if you change the parting on either side. But I think I'll keep it just this way because it's a little different and very, very pretty. So let's go ahead and look at the details on this style. In addition to the fringe, you do have a few layers on this one. Not a lot, but just a little bit here in the front and throughout to help keep that density lower, I think. And then we have that same ear-to-ear lace front. Move the fibers out of the way. So you're seeing some of my bio hair again here. And then we have the lighter fibers in the front, and you can see that is a beautiful hairline, delicate knotting, not too dense. I would feel very comfortable wearing this up and away from the face, and that's how I will style it. And we have that mono top, and right now we still have that zigzag parting in the center, and I'll want to remove this and create some scalp appearance there. So just gorgeous. Let's go ahead and look at her from all sides right out of the box. Here she is from the right and the back. And the left. So absolutely stunning. I can't wait to style her a little bit. Next, we'll go outside and we'll get a good look at this gorgeous color in natural light. I absolutely love these brunette shades. I feel very comfortable in them. And I wanted to mention that I did style Fendy V here a little bit in the meantime. I changed the part, removed the zigzag, and I steamed her up and away from the face and steamed the part in place, both on a blockhead, and absolutely love these results. I love these curtain bangs and the fact that the fibers aren't falling forward too much into my face now. So that is just my method that I like to use. So let's go ahead and I'll read you the description for this color from Shirley's website first. So it is described as a medium and dark brown rooted color. So you can see that rooting. It's not very obvious because we already have a brunette shade and then those lowlights in there, but you can see that it's quite a dark root actually. And then we have a blend of medium brown and dark blonde. So a blend of those. You can see the blondes and the brunettes. And low lights of dark and medium brown, which is the same that you have in the rooting. So blondes and brunettes. Overall, this to me reads cool or neutral leaning cool. I'm not seeing warmth, I'm not seeing red, and maybe slightly in the sunlight you could see a little bit of gold, but it really reads quite cool to me overall. Gorgeous shade. I absolutely love it. I think the rooting is wonderful and adds to the realism and mimics regrowth. And then these blonde highlights, the way they're placed, just accentuate the gorgeous curls and the curtain bangs, and I think are gorgeous. You can see a little bit of the highlighting here and there, but then you do have that natural root color. And let's go ahead and look at the details out here. So we do have those lighter fibers in the front, as you can see. It's a very natural looking hairline, delicate knotting, beautifully done. And again, that ear-to-ear lace, I'll try to show it to you, that ends here on me. Make sure it's in place. So that ear-to-ear lace front, which is so luxurious, both sides, of course. And that parting space. And I do have a piece of silicone scar tape under there, but no powder. So I think you could absolutely add some powder and accentuate that even more if you wanted to see more scalp appearance. But let's go ahead and get a good look at this beautiful color from all sides. Right now I'm seeing a little bit of the blonde here in the front. Just gorgeous, especially around the front. You're seeing a lot of those blonde tones. But I'll do a quick spin so you can see it from all sides. Here she is from the right. And the back. And the left. So just a gorgeous brunette shade with blonde highlights. And I think it suits this little wavy style, this long wavy style with these gorgeous curls and curtain bangs. So next we'll go back inside and we'll go over final thoughts. The light's fading here and looking horrible in my bathroom, so I thought, why not come back outside and get a final look at all three of these gorgeous styles in natural light. Again, we have Armani V here, beautiful new style in the Luxe collection. Long with a lovely wave pattern, very relaxed, more just kind of a bend toward the ends, I think. And you have that side swept fringe you can see there. It comes parted on the left, but of course you can change these parts due to the full mono top. And overall, to me, these three styles feel medium or light to medium density, I would say, and are just gorgeous long styles. Then we have Omega V, and this style to me looks very youthful. I love how it's curled away from the face on both sides and has slightly straighter ends. I think that's a very edgy, modern look, and to me this looks so much like human hair. It's just unbelievable. Just a gorgeous style, comes parted in the center. Of course, I removed that zigzag parting, but I think this is a lovely style. And then last, we have Fendi V here, and she is, I think, the curliest of the three, and the curl pattern hasn't really relaxed on this style. She comes parted in the center and has these curtain bangs on both sides that you can easily sweep to the side, or you could trim if you wanted to as well. I do want to mention that with long heat-friendly synthetic fibers, you need to be aware that over time they will require maintenance due to the friction that they experience against your clothing or furniture. And I will leave a link in my description box to a video where I show how I like to care for and maintain my heat-friendly synthetic fibers, in case you'd like to watch that. And also to mention, unfortunately it's upstairs, but there's a product called Simply Stylion Light Silk Spray, and I will leave a link to it in my description box. It is a wonderful silicone spray. I spray it on my hands and run it through the fibers to keep them manageable and to help with any tangles that might be developing. Just be careful to avoid getting any silicone on the hand-tied portions of the cap because it can loosen knots. So did want to mention that, but absolutely love all three of the styles, and the colors are so beautiful as well. So I wanted to remind you that all three of these new Luxe collection styles with the Velcro adjusters are available for purchase from Shirley's Wig Shop, and I will leave direct links to all three styles in my description box down below. Also, I wanted to thank you for watching today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.